Corporate policy almost drowned us in aisle 4. The water was literally ankle deep in the shoe department, but Gary, our shift manager, was standing in front of the emergency exit with his arms crossed. "Nobody leaves!" he shouted, barely audible over the blaring tornado sirens outside. "Corporate hasn't sent the official store closure email yet." I stared at him, completely dumbfounded. We were in a big box retail store in Florida, and a flash flood was actively swallowing the parking lot. The only thing standing between my 6 coworkers and a watery grave was a guy making $17 an hour who treated the employee handbook like a sacred text. "Gary," I said, pointing at the muddy water seeping under the loading dock doors. "It is pouring inside. The power has been out for 10 minutes. He just shook his head, tapping his watch. "The protocol is very clear. If we abandon the registers before 9 p.m., it is considered job abandonment." A kid from electronics, shivering in the dark, stepped forward. "Man, my car is already floating away. We are going to die in here. It's just a little drainage issue," Gary snapped, rolling his eyes. "Grab a mop from aisle 4 and start pushing it toward the drain." Suddenly, a massive crack echoed through the store. The pressure from the water outside shattered the front display windows. A wave of brown water, glass, and floating shopping carts poured in. I didn't even think. I grabbed my bag, shoved Gary out of the way, and hit the emergency bar on the exit door. The alarm screamed, but nobody cared. "Write me up!" I yelled, wading into the torrential rain. The rest of the crew followed, splashing out into the chaotic street. We made it to higher ground, coughing and soaked to the bone. 5 minutes later, the roof over the grocery section completely caved in. First responders pulled Gary out of a floating dumpster, clinging to a clipboard. The paramedics wrapped a foil blanket around him. He looked up at us, shivering violently, and yelled, "Did anyone remember to clock out?"